This is Kameshwari from Nalla Narasimha Education Society Group of Institutions, Department of Civil Engineering. My subject, Watershed Management. Final year, first semester, R16 regulation. Today, we are going to discuss about Unit 1, Implementation of Watershed Practices in India. In previous classes, we are already discussed what is watershed, what is the watershed management, and what is the importance of watershed management development, and what are the characteristics of watershed management. In that watershed management characteristics, it include two types. One is climatic and precipitation climatic characteristics. Another one is physiographic characteristics. Now, today we are going to discuss about watershed practices in India. That is, the implementation of watershed management practices in India involves the following major practices, major activities like effective management of soil moisture and its conservation. The main motto of watershed management is conservation of water and save water and utilization for next generations. And like different ways of conservation methods like plunging, furrowing, flood irrigation and furrowing, and these are the different methods for conservation methods: plunging, planning, and terracing, trenching, contouring, and check dams, like, and brushwood structures. All these are effective for improving the water holding capacity, and these are all more improve the water holding capacity of soil and prevent the erosion of soil. These check dams and furrowing, plugging, these are all improve the water holding capacity of soil and prevent the soil erosion. And the next one is maintain the good vegetation cover by revegetation in the watershed, like pasture management, cover crops, and like trees. We are good vegetation cover ground over the area. So revegetation in the watershed and restricting of overgrazing, and adapting soil conservation measures. The soil conservation methods are, we can go for along the increasing production of crops, perennial crops, trees, water, maybe different types of crops, utilizing the overall area by plantation. So it is these rules are very holding capacity of the soil, so reduce the soil erosion, so improve the infiltration capacity, and also groundwater table also increase. That's why you can manage the good vegetation over the area. Next, encourage the land development by deplunging of farms, application of organic fertilizers, and rotation of cash crops with leguminous. So it will use the active mineralization of soils, and to improve the education and adoption of good techniques, how to improve this type of plantation techniques. So we can adopt the technologies and empowering women farmers by providing access to technologies, inputs, services, and information. So overall area only we can utilize for vegetation, so improve the soil reduction, soil erosion. So development of plunging farms, adapting of new technologies, and empowering of women farmers. So improve the technologies and peoples. And next one is the implementation of watershed management. The next one is horticulture. The community is, the trees must be growing government wastelands. The overall lands besides villages or roads, water, maybe the trees must be grown in the government wastelands and panchayati lands in around agriculture fields as well as village common lands. So implementation of these trees involves the practice of growing food trees like fruits, vegetables, and different types of different types of plants growing. This horticulture involves the implementation of different types of trees, so improve the soil reduction and increase the infiltration. And the next one is awareness generation among the participant. The some of the um, items like newspapers, newsletters, surveying, articles, letters, and workshops, different types of kinds of activities we can make awareness generation among the participant. Creating awareness among the participant living within the watershed can be accomplished by using the different types of tools. That tools are newsletters, surveying, and demonstration, and conducting the tools. These are the tools for utilization of awareness programs among the peoples. What is the advantages of watershed? And encourage the people participants, that is encouraging them in the management activities and motivating them to work together, making them to recognize the benefits of their involvement, offering them in cash or kind, encouraging the people participant. People can be encouraged to be actively involved in the watershed based development and activities. So we can people can be encouraged by different types. That means encouraging them in the management activities, motivating working together, and making them to recognize the benefits of their involvement of watershed. And these are the main implementation of watershed practices in India. The development of watershed around in and around we can development of vegetation only. So we can cover the vegetation, reduce the pollutants for human beings, and also increase the for greenery. It will good for health, and also increase the crop production and food production. Day by day population will be increased, that's why increase the food production also. So increase the good vegetation over the entire area for different types of plantations, either greenery or different types of fruits, vegetables, and general trees, and leguminous like trees. That means different types. And also we can reduce the flooding of water in a heavy rainy season. It rainfall from the atmosphere, this is a reverse cycle, hydrological cycle. So water will be evaporate from the ground surface, condensation form on a top of the atmosphere, and condensation form and precipitation from the atmosphere to ground surface. So that will be circulation process. So heavy rain at a period of over 24 hours, heavy large rain, some of the water will be infiltrated into the ground surface, remaining water flooded on the ground surface. So without this, soil will be eroded. But in case of vegetation covers, roots will be more capability of holding capability of soil. So soil erosion will be reduced. So water will be uh, surrounded in between the plants only. So water will be, some of the water will be infiltrated into the ground surface, remaining stagnated water will be evaporated into the atmosphere. So condensation form and rainfall occur. So that's why you can mainly encourage the land development by deepening of. That's why conservation of soil measures, soil moisture, conservation of soil measure, different techniques that are plumbing, furrowing, and check dams, and brushwood structures, and maintaining the good vegetation, like we can planting the perennial crops, trees, and different types of crops. And almost all trees must be grown in around area where land will be free. In that areas we can develop a greenery. So government wastelands, panchayati lands in and around the roads, as well as village common roads, we can encourage a development of the type of trees. And also good growing the food crops, like fruits, vegetables, trees, shrubs, different types of vegetables. So first of all, these are all kinds will be implemented by awareness generation among the participant, surrounding people awareness program, development of awareness program. So people must be understanding different kinds of implementation of trees, and different types of growing food crops. So we can awareness programs like either newsletters or WhatsApp groups, letters, and we can educate the people in different ways. what are the different importance of a watershed. So in that way, we can encourage the people, and participant programs will be developed more and more. So encouraging them to management of activities and motivate them to work together. So that program will be success.